Okay, here's my Willow Leafed Ficus. It's grown out really nice this summer and spring. We had another bad thing of scale insects over the winter, which made it lose some of its leaf, but it wasn't as bad as the year before I caught it, but they kept coming back. Once it got out here, I had no problem with them again, as normal. Our goal is to eventually get it into this pot, I think. It may be too small, I'm not sure. I do think this will be, the top of this would be reduced down, so generally a good rule of thumb is 3/4. So 3/4 would be like a pot and a half, so it'd be about there or so, and it may end up coming back that way. I don't know. Anyways, we are going to we're going to repot it and see how the roots have gone in the last year. I think as good as it's grown, we might have some good roots. See if the roots are developing where we want them to reduce the root ball. I just don't like this pot that it came in. I think it's a little too big. Wouldn't have been bad when it was taller before I cut off the top here, which I finally gotten this all cleaned up, and it's not sprouting out new branches here, so that's good. So I'll get this set up and we'll be right back. Okay, here it is, ready to pull out of the pot. I already cut the wire that was holding it in, so let's see how it comes out here. It looks like it's sticking a little over here. Get my root rake out. Yeah, I can tell it hasn't grown out to the edge of the pot, but it seems to have done a pretty good job. Maybe the wire's a little stuck. Yeah, I think the wire's a little stuck right here. It's done a fairly decent job for a year. It's done a pretty good job of filling this pot up with roots. It's a little knot over here that's not filled up. So, start. Here's our wire. Pull that out. Oh yeah, we got a few here that grew in to the area we're looking for. Weeds out of here. Oh yeah, roots should be doing fine in this. There's an earthy smell, but not a rotting smell, which, when you have the rotting smell, is the bad part. That like nice earthy smell, that's a good smell. And that's very earthy smelling in here, so. Yeah, I might be able to reduce these roots some more. I didn't think it was going to be a instant thing, but we got a couple roots that grew right here. Well, this is one root. Oh no, this is a root on top of the root, so I'll get rid of that. This root's nice and it's higher than the other roots I wanted. And we still have these two roots up here. That may go later if we get other roots to grow, but we can probably remove some of this bottom stuff now. Branch cutters, and we will start working on this. Because my goal is to reduce this bulbous part and have the roots on this plane. So we have done some of that, so that's good. I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm gonna start remove some of this bottom stuff. Like I'm gonna remove this big one that I kept last time. Yep, I'm gonna remove that out of there. So that's a big chunk that we got out of there. And you can see right here where part of this comes from. There was like a giant root here at one time. Stop! And I'm just going to try to cut this away. Which is not too hard with a ficus. The ficus are they got pretty soft wood, so this shouldn't be that big of a deal to eat away at this some. I might even try to get the saw and chop some of this off after I get some other stuff off of here. Yeah, I'm going to try to take some of this stuff off so I could get a saw under here. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, we got a root here. I can go with this. We got some lower roots here. Excuse me. Okay, we're going to get rid of this. This is just a big root. It's in the way. And you can see a lot of these roots over here are off this big, giant piece. So we're going to try to remove some of this stuff. Hopefully we don't move too much from the tree overall. Yeah, I think I can just whittle this away with the cutters. As soft as these are. And here we got another big root that was cut off. This was... Yeah, I don't want to... If I use the saw, I would risk damaging stuff I want to keep. So we'll just remove this. We'll just whittle this away with the branch cutters. Seeing, like I said, this is very soft wood. That's why you don't see dead wood on a ficus, because you can't do it. It would just rot away so quick. Ow, I pinched myself with the... I pinched myself here. Cut myself. Okay, let me take care of this. Yeah, I'm kind of bleeding decently there. Okay, if you're wondering what I did, I got a Band-Aid on this, so we should be good for the rest of the thing. Get it to stop bleeding. I pinched myself between this and this when I was using these things. You gotta watch that sometimes on these. I never cut myself, but I have pinched myself on those before. Okay, so we got this, probably got about an inch off this thing altogether, close to it. And then we still want to get it lower. There's a big root here. I just don't want to remove any more, just for the health of the tree, really. We'll just put it back in, see what it goes. See how we're doing on getting this to where we want it. I don't know, I'm starting to think maybe this pot is too small. I have to look for another pot. But this is definitely too big of a pot. I know that. Oh, darn. I lost the screen. Here it is. Reuse the screen here. I think I can get away without having to... I'm trying to think, where was this again? It's right there. I think I can get away this time without putting a screen in it, so I'll get some dirt. Some soil. I'm just going to put a light... We want this to sit as close to the bottom as I can, so I'm just going to put a light layer of... Get us a nice big... Yeah, we want it a little on an angle here. Yeah, I'm not going to really... whatever's left for roots, I'm not going to touch. And I think, yeah, a couple rocks. I think this will hold steady. And this will be a little deeper now into the pot, so that'll hopefully help it to get more roots. And I might have been able to cut more of the root off if I wanted to, but I'm in no hurry. I don't want to. I would rather take my time on that. We got some roots that grew where we want it. We were able to remove some more of that bulbous root on the bottom, so I think it's good that way. Just get her. Just get it. Okay, I want to make sure I have this where I want it to, with the angle I want it to grow at. And my new mix, I'd been finding it a little on the wet side for a lot of the trees. So most of my trees, it won't have any organics. I'm just going to try. This will be one of the first ones. I have a couple I did something with, but this will be one of the first ones with this new. It's just the lava rock, the calcite clay, and calcite clay and the chicken grit or crushed granite. And there it is potted. Yeah, I don't even think... I will probably put a couple rocks on it to give it a little stability. Since there's nothing over on these sides, I may put 2 rocks on the sides just to help stabilize it a little better, keep it more stabilized. But other than that, I think perfect. It has a lot more roots than it did last time when I put it back in. So we are going to trim the top back next. Okay, we're going to start getting to clipping this back. This, I'm going to get rid of this branch here. I have no want for a branch there, so we don't need it. It doesn't help me with anything, so. Bug there. We're just generally going to cut most of these branches back to a couple of leaves and pick one in the right direction. I'm not too worried about, I'm just kind of keeping the structure I already have so far. I don't really have no big gripes. If I have a few gripes about it and want to change something, I will remove something, but overall I'm just trying to, we took roots off, I'm just trying to take some of the top off to, okay, we're going to remove, this branch is kind of pointing out at the viewer, and this goes up, so I'll keep that. This will go in here because it's growing into the tree, into the middle of the tree there. I'm not going to touch these, seeing these are so short to start with. Yeah, let's get this pad done up next. And generally this is just all to, see, this we don't need as it's growing in on itself. This this is growing in, but this can help fill a little bit of this space in here better. So we'll leave that one. Alright, let me get rid of this branch actually. This is kind of not where it needs to be. And then this, off of this, we'll get rid of. It's growing in. Crossing, and we'll just pick the buds. Some of these I'm picking, it's already starting to bud. They're already starting to put out new buds in places. So some of them I'm going to those places. Here we're going to go for this underneath branch to continue this out like that. Gonna do a similar thing as this. Even though I don't have a branch on it yet. This I think is going to go. This is just, it's kind of in the way. Now here, actually I'm going to cut the bottom one off in favor of the top one just because that was so low. I don't like how it was. And then do similar to the other one. I will get rid of this as it is growing up into the next part. Put this back. This one back. Second thought, I'm gonna get rid of this under. Yeah, get rid of this bottom one, I think. Or we'll keep it. I'll cut it here and see if it sprouts out a new thing from there. That might work better. This is too low. I'm going to take this out. And it's very, very important to clean your tools after these. These put a milky sap out that can really ruin a tree. I mean a tool. There we go. This out. Back. Okay, let's see if there's anything under here that needs to be removed. Okay. This is kind of crossing over under everything. It's too close to the last divide, so we can get rid of that. This is just kind of growing underneath. So we'll move that altogether. Develop more about its end piece. And we'll just generally chop these back to a bud on the side we want it to grow. Okay, here we have 3 branches coming out together. I'm going to take the top one out because that one's kind of just growing up into the other stuff. So okay, we're going to get rid of this one growing straight up here. We're going to also get rid of this one that's growing underneath. Here we have a branch growing on the inside. I don't need it all, so I'm going to take out this middle piece at least and see what we're doing from there. I'm also going to move this middle piece because it's kind of not really doing... Oh, I accidentally cut another one off. Oops. Yay, kind of got to watch that. Oh well, that's the way it goes sometimes. I can't do nothing now, it's cut off, so I'm going to get upset over it. Actually, I'm going to remove, even though this will leave a bit of a hole for now, I'm going to remove that in favor of this one, even though, I don't know. Nah, that actually ain't going to work either. But I'm still going to remove this stuff. We can fill this in somehow. Okay, we're going to cut that off. We just got too many branches close together here, so cut that back in favor of this. Outwards. This. Inwards. Oh, I missed one down here. I missed a growing tip. Let's cut that there. Okay. Yeah, we got some good divisions in here. Just got to bring it back, make it a little more compact. There's a little spider in my tree. I'll be out of here, buddy. I don't wanna kill you. I'll be out of your way in a little bit. Okay, here we have a branch that could grow off this way if we got it. This one's too close to the lower branch, and it's growing up into this anyway, so. Okay, let's get this. I guess this would probably be what we'd be considering the leader up here. Try to get this stuff to grow a little bit on the more in, just because we do got kind of a hole over here. It needs to be filled. I think we're going to keep this for now. Let's see what comes of that. I'm going to remove this to this, moving that way. This is kind of, I don't know, maybe work if I cut it back. Cut it back to this. Cut the tip off of that. Okay, we got some crossing branches here, so I got to decide what I need and what I don't. Okay, this one's going to go because it's kind of growing up and it's kind of not working with the other branches anyways. Kind of two strikes on it, and it's crossing other branches. Okay, and this one will go too. It's too low. Got stuff on this branch. Okay, we got two shoots in here that I don't need both of. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to leave this one just to grow to let it catch up here. I don't know why a few of these, I have this every year, a few of these leaves on this just dry up on it. I don't know if it's anything to worry about or not. I just generally pull them off when they look really yellow. And it's only a few in the summer, so I don't know. I don't think it's something to worry about over much, because this tree does really good in the summer. It's been the last 2 winters with the insects that I've had trouble with it. Oh, I think I got these. I'm gonna actually trim these back. I was gonna, yeah, they're sticking out too far. And this, I actually think I'm gonna trim this back to this. Yeah, I like that better. And then this is still growing, so this is a growing tip. Taking that off. Okay, so there it is, all trimmed up, repotted. Not drastically repotted, but repotted and deeper in the pot. Hopefully that'll help encourage more roots on it. So if you enjoyed, like, subscribe, hit the bell, and I will see you next time.